At Coromandel Valley Primary School in South Australia, these guys are getting their hands dirty.
We are in the YELP group, the Youth Environmental Leadership Group. We are trying to work on improving the growth of the area.
Have you planted some other plants around here?
Yeah.
Some of them, like I called that one there Rosie, and there's one up there called Spider. And Jelly and ice cream.
We're going to call this one Bob. Yeah.
Bob?
Yeah.
Yeah, nice.
We were doing this because when we made this path, we had to chop down all the trees and break down all the bushes.
Yep, we humans have had a big impact on the planet. If you look around, it might be hard to imagine what our environments might have looked like before we started to change them. Over the last few centuries, we've seen massive changes to forests, grasslands, frozen tundra, deserts, lakes, rivers and oceans, all of the Earth's ecosystems.
An ecosystem is really the combination of all the plants, all the vegetation, but also all the animals, all the birds, all of the aspects of life within a natural system. Important natural ecosystems have been suffering from land clearing, from agriculture, from cities, from urbanisation, building bigger cities.
This is David Crowley, and he's a climate change expert, in case you couldn't tell by his t-shirt.
But it's essentially a metaphor of the damage that is due to global warming.
David says the Earth is struggling to cope with all the changes we're making. It takes a year and a half to generate the resources that the human population uses in only 1 year. And the UN says that 75% of the Earth's land surface and 66% of ocean areas have been seriously impacted by human actions and activities. And 1 million species of plants and animals are facing the threat of extinction, mainly because their habitats have been destroyed. So that's the bad news. But the good news is the changes can go the other way too.
The degradation of these ecosystems can be reversed. And that's the focus of World Environment Day this year.
Restore my lands for future generations. Generation restoration begins with you.
Scientists say that by restoring only 15% of ecosystems, we could reduce animal and plant extinctions by 60%. And there is good work happening all around the world, where people are working to restore native environments, replanting forests, restoring reefs and repopulating animals. Restoration can also mean bringing in better farming practices and even creating greener cities and biodiverse backyards. David says nature is actually pretty good at recovering when it's given a chance.
It's remarkable, even in COVID, when we stopped having as much traffic, there were many plants that essentially regrew again around some city areas, on some farms, and around some roads.
And he says restoring ecosystems is essential if we want to keep global warming below 2 degrees.
And there's only one proven 1,000-year-old technology that removes carbon dioxide from the atmosphere, and it's trees and plants that suck carbon dioxide out of the atmosphere. And you can do that in schools or even at home in your gardens. By planting more trees and planting more plants, you can get more insects, more butterflies, more birds, and also more space for native animals.
So we want to plant more native plants to attract more native animals like koalas, rosellas,
And all the different pollinators, and if we're lucky, maybe some blue-banded bees.
So that the native animals don't get extinct for the future generations.